Hey everybody, Patrick from the Compleat Angler here. Striper season is in full swing, and the mouth of the Housatonic is probably the hotspot right now for Connecticut. The fishing the past 2 weeks has been nothing short of spectacular, so I wanted to give you a little insight into what I'm using to make my fishing a little bit easier. We're going to go over my leader setup that I'm using out there and the reasons why I'm using this particular setup. So to start with, I've got my 10 weight intermediate line. That's plenty of sink for that location. And off of that, what I'm running is 4 feet of 40 pound. 4 feet of 40 pound test fluorocarbon right off that fly line. I'm just doing a double loop knot up top. You can use their perfection loop if you want. Whatever loop knot you're comfortable with, run 3 or 4 feet of fluorocarbon off of that. And the reason that I'm using fluorocarbon for the butt end of this leader is not because it's invisible. I don't think the fish necessarily care that this is fluorocarbon. They're not going to see it, it's not going to spook them, but there's a couple reasons I do like it. First off, it's stiffer, so it turns that fly over better at distance. It's less, it has less stretch than monofilament, so you get a better hook set, and it is more abrasion resistant. So if you hook a big fish and he wraps you up, this is going to resist that a little bit better. Off of that 40 pound, I'm going to run a Spro swivel. Now this is where it gets a little bit different. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to run this is an 80 pound Spro swivel with a 5-turn clinch just right on the end of that 40 pounds. Off that swivel is going to go my working end. So my working end is going to be 20 pound fluorocarbon, whichever brand you like. This is Seagar, the Rio Fluoroflex is good too. Another 5 or 6 turn clinch, and I'm going to run that down to a surf clip, if you can see that. And the reason I like the surf clip is kind of twofold. One, it allows that fly to hinge and jig, so it gives that fly better movement, very similar to a loop knot, without the weaknesses of a loop knot. But also it allows me to change my flies quickly. A lot of times in river mouths where the early striper run occurs, turbidity changes very quickly. It can go from clear to turbid in a span of 30 minutes. And so what this allows me to do is switch flies without having to mess with knots or anything like that. The reason that I'm running a swivel, which is kind of unorthodox for fly fishing, I've run line-to-lines before, line-to-line knots, but what this allows me to do is if you get a wind knot in this system, it allows you to change part of it, but not the entire system very quickly. With these weighted flies, and you're weighting, often chest deep, and you're casting, trying to make these long bomb casts, you're gonna get a wind knot. And so what this allows me to do is cut right at the swivel, wherever that wind knot is, replace that section very quickly, tie one knot back onto that swivel, and we're fishing again. So this makes this system very, very easy. Now, this isn't the perfect system for a lot of saltwater situations. I've never used this for flats fishing, but the stripers don't seem to care. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you out on the water.